Hello, welcome to this last video of this first series. We speak about the red, green and blue filters and masks that we can apply over satellite images. Let's speak about the filters. The filters can be launched by this tool. So first of all you have to set up the first option, then you select RGB filters and you will see a list of possible filters that are in this list. You can launch them by double click or just by selecting and then click on add to list. And remember that if you insert more than one, the filters will be a combination of the two or more filters. So my suggestion, if you want to execute only one filter, just click on enter, insert here, and then when you have finished, just remove it by the red X. Then once you have added, this is the option, the setup of the filters. So you can have in this option the brightness, the level of brightness. You can move left or right. You will see also other filters will have other options. Then here you have a preview and you have to choose if you want just visualize or if you want to create a new layer. In case you create a new layer, you can create a new layer by giving them the path and the name or just opening memory. Then you can apply or close. You see the filters, there are several effects that they are visualizing different effects. For example, the brightness, you see the difference between the two, or the sobel. Sobel you will see later, which is the effect of sobel, but here you can just have a look at, you see for example a river is put in evidence, or let's say the line are put in evidence in a stronger way than the original images. So let's see some filters. There are a group of filters here called low pass or smoother. That's an example of media. Then you see I've inserted here by double click. Then here there is a window side of the median. Then the higher is the value, the stronger is the effect. And basically it's used when you have to smooth the effect of your image. Let's say there is some isolated pixel with the abnormal value that you want to remove. So in smoother effect they remove the exceptional values of isolated pixel. And also you see here you can choose if just visualize or create new layer. In this case I've set new layer and opening memory, and this is the name of new layer that will appear in the table of contents. Let's go on, and you see there the high pass or sharpener, that is, let's say, the opposite of we have previously seen, sharpen, and the higher is the value of the sharpness, the most effect will be the operation of the high pass. So in this case some abnormal values of the pixel will be enhanced. So this is rather the opposite effect of we have seen before of a low pass or smoother filter. On the contrary, when you want to detect some border, it means, let's say, some roads, some rivers, or some changes in land use, let's say the border of a fields or a urban, you can set the sobel. And also in this case you can make it active or not active, and as well increase the sharpness. So in this case I have a bit exaggerated just for didactical purposes, and you see that it's let's say the border of the sand, or let's say the road inside the field, are put in white. So basically the changes in use, or the let's say, like as I told before, a river or roads are put in white. So the values higher than 200, say. So it is a tool to detect changement in border. Let's speak about the region of interest that we'll see also when we speak about land use and land cover classification. It's there are polygons, or also point of line, but basically we speak about region of interest by polygon, that can be used to make masks, but not only in gvSIG. And you can create yourself your region of interest by drawing, like we have seen in the layer editing sector, and you just add a new. You will create your polygon, your color, and your region of interest. You will set polygon, and then you will start digitizing the region of interest you want to create. Remember that region of interest will be linked to your image. And you can as well import a region of interest from an existing shapefile, but it's very important to be able to finalize the load, that in the shapefile table there will be 4 standard fields. One named name, and it has to be string, and then 2 fields called R, G, and B, means red, green, and blue, that will affect the color of the polygon. And these 3 fields must be set as integer, and there has to be, as we've seen before, between 0 and 255. In these ways, you can load your shapefile with your attributes and import as a ROI. And this is the tool load ROI from shapefile. Once you have your ROI, you can use it to mask. So you see there is the tool, as we have seen before, RGB filters. We have as well mask by region of interest. And you see you can check, this is the name of the ROI. You can have also more than one. And you can set inverse or not. In this way, you see masking the portions inside the ROI. This is my ROI, will be masked, or everything is outside the ROI will be masked. This is very useful when you want to make invisible, to clip, let's say, a region that you don't want to be viewed by your client, or to make public. Let's say if there is some secret, something that you want to be hidden, you can mask. In this way, the digital values inside the ROI or outside will be set to 0, and they will be not visible anymore. Something similar is the transplant areas. You need as well a ROI, this is inside the filters, and you see that you can also in this case put inverse. So will be transparent, will be everything outside the ROI, or normal, so the transparency will be inside the ROI. And in this case, it's quite different from the other mask you have seen, because here you can also set up the level, the degree of transparency. The higher it is, the more transparent it is. Let's say here you see I put 228 out of 255. So everything will be not completely hidden, not completely masked. So maybe you can decide to make slightly visible what is aside, but always visible, or on reverse. So remember that masking and transparent are slightly different. It means in one case you delete what is inside the ROI. In the other case, you make it slightly transparent with a degree that is decided by the user. So in the next videos, we'll deal with the land cover classification, and see you next time. Thank you.